talk about Antonio Tarver once again. He gave his take on Fight Hype of Errol Spence taking on, Sebastian Fundora. And, he basically said that, that why ain't Spence taking the tune-up? That, Spence, going straight to Fundora off a layoff, off a knockout loss. And that, this is a difficult fight. He should come back in the 8th rounder, get his feet wet, get his confidence back up, get rhythm. What happened to tune-ups? And, Fundora ain't a big puncher, but he, got the height, the reach advantage, and that he's also a high volume puncher. So that, that he's a monster. You know what I'm saying? And I don't disagree with nothing that he said. I tend to hold Sebastian Fundora at a higher, I tend to have him at higher than most people. And he's absolutely right. Spence said no tune-ups and all that stuff, but you need tune-ups. Yeah, you need tune-ups. So, I don't understand his stance on not taking them, but I understand, why tune-ups don't really exist. And I'll get into that in the second half of the video. But I feel like and this is my opinion, no inside information, strictly assumption or speculation, whatever you want to use. I feel like they're forcing Errol Spence into this fight with Fundora. And I'll get my second part where I believe that'll be part of the middle and end of the video. I feel like they forcing him to fight Sebastian Fundora, right? And because I feel like they mad at him for taking the Crawford fight and not taking the Keith in the Canelo fight, and that money was supposed to put a bunch of money back into the PBC company and bring them back alive, So they mad because he made that fight and then he lost. There was some rumors out there. That's why Gary Russell got into Al Heyman doghouse, is because he lost to Lomachenko. And that's why, Al was probably telling him, I don't know, like I said, it was just rumor, speculation. Al was telling him that probably don't take the Lomachenko fight. We'll go a different route. And Gary was probably like, I can beat him. I can beat him. I can beat him. And when he lost, Al probably got in his feelings. So a lot of people feel that Errol Spence, I feel like, in my opinion, that Errol Spence is probably in Al Heyman's doghouse. Yeah, he's probably in Al Heyman's doghouse. Yeah, he probably in Al Heyman's doghouse, and for messing up that Canelo fight, he probably for messing up that Canelo fight, they probably like, you gonna go fight Fundora and pass the torch to Fundora. Because remember, they was fucking, shopping him around to Tim Tszyu, and Tim Tszyu was in talks to fight Terrence Crawford. They say you fight Keith Thurman, then we'll give you the Tim Tszyu fight. That's what they was telling people. You fight Keith Thurman, then we'll give you the Errol Spence fight to Tim Tszyu. Then, he hopped in the ring, got the Fundora one versus, Tim Tszyu when he stepped in for Keith Thurman. So, yeah, they shopping him around. They using him as a bargain tool to keep, fighters from negotiating elsewhere. So, and in their mind, in most people's mind, Errol Spence is this hellified pay-per-view star once he not. But new trainer, that's one thing Antonio Tarver forgot. New trainer, coming off a knockout loss. Depending on when they fight, January, February is when he's telling his people he could actually be, over a year and a half layoff. So in a matchup where he set up to lose. In a matchup in which he set up to lose. Let's keep it funky. This is a matchup where he set up to lose. No doubt. He set up to lose this fight. Yeah. He set up to lose this fight. he set up to lose this fight. So this just looked like, he owed Al Heyman, or Al Heyman, he owed Al or whatever, or Al mad at him, so they putting him in the deep end. This would have seemed like. This seemed like an Al Heyman FU special. He only do this to black fighters, man. He only do this to black fighters, man. So to me, it's crazy. To me, it's absolute crazy. It's craziness. He only do this to the brothers. Literally, he only does this to the brothers. Yeah, he only does this to the brothers. Now he putting Earl in the position. Where long layoff, no tune-ups, not to be successful. Now, one of the reasons the tune-ups have disappeared was because all they are fighting tune-ups. Every fight that they fight was a tune-up for a long time. That's what happens when you overpay fighters and then you need them to step it up. They want bigger guarantees. If I'm getting a big guarantee to fight a tune-up, what you gonna think I'm gonna need to fight a big fight? So, and also they just don't have the fight days to accommodate the tune-ups and the minimums in the purse. Most of these fighters, they fight for money. They don't fight to be the best. They don't fight for pride no more. They don't fight to prove anything but to get the bag. So if the bag right, they'll go up to fight Anthony Joshua. If the bag is right, they'll fight anybody coming off any layoff. So they main motivation is just getting the bag. That's all they care about. If that number right, they get in there. It's not, how can I get back on track? Let's be more strategic. Let me take less money, fight on this undercard, or fight over here for less money, get back in the rhythm, because they probably thinking like, what if I lose this tune-up? What if I look bad in this tune-up and my stock gone? They can think that, but it's more about the money. They not taking less money. They not taking no steps backwards to take 20 and 30 steps forward. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're not. They are not doing that. I hate when people drive down. We all going the same speed, bro. But yeah. So when you talking about, a lot of times they don't have the dates to fight tune-ups, and they're not taking less money to fight tune-ups. So that's also a problem. That's also a major problem. That's a major problem. Then, remember he was supposed to fight Sean Porter on the last football, the Sunday before regular football kicked off, and it was a big regular Fox day, and that's one of the reasons Fox got out the game. He started bitching and complaining because he didn't want to go on regular Fox, he wanted to go on pay-per-view. So they threw the fight back on pay-per-view. He didn't get the bigger picture. You gotta understand, when he fought on NBC after the gold medal games and the basketball gold medal games, and he did 6.5 million people on NBC, that drove his stock up. So why not return to a major regular TV day and drive your stock up, get more views on you? But they dumb. All they doing is looking at the money they get right now. They not looking at the money they could get, or the potential fans they could bring into the sport. They looking at the money right now. What it say on the paper? they're not really, boxers are not smart. Businessmen, a lot of them. That vast majority of them. When they look back, they leave a lot of money on the floor. They just don't have the fight days. A lot of them not going to come off pay-per-view to rebuild their stuff back up and take a chance of losing or not being able to return to that platform. Shit, even if Floyd every now and again did a regular TV fight. You know, just a bullshit regular TV fight, a tune-up, a mandatory defense, even though he really had those. Dog, he probably could have went cray-cray. What? You know, and that's why you see a lot of them fighters, they retire broke. They be broke about 4 or 5 years after they retire. Because all they looked at was the money they can get right now. They never thought about the money, making moves for getting money down the line. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live and drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App, $CJ Good 3, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Check out the Patreon. Won't be disappointed. Find me on Amazon Music, Kick, Twitch, Anchor, X, Facebook, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, the whole 9.